Hey guys! Welcome to another episode of Bedtime Stories with me. Today, I want to tell you a story about the eagles. So once upon a time, there was a teenager who had a problem in school, and the teenager consulted his grandfather. He looked up upon his grandfather because his grandfather was a successful businessman and has gone through many challenges. So he approached his grandfather and asked, "How did you get through all your challenges and become such a successful businessman today?" So the grandpa told him to say that, "I learned to rise like an eagle." So then the teenager asked, "What do you mean like an eagle? What's so special about the eagles?" So the grandpa told him, say that, "I noticed that the eagle is a very special bird. They sense before a storm is approaching. So usually an eagle would find some high places, the rocks or all to perch on when they know a storm is coming. And then when the storm arrives, there will be very strong wind, and that's when the eagle will spread its wings and rise and use the wind as momentum to fly higher above and rise above the clouds. So that when the storm comes, the eagle would be safe above the clouds. As the storm is raging on, the eagle will be flying and floating above the clouds, rising on the momentum of the wind. And then later, when the storm comes down, then the eagle will follow that momentum as well and swoop right down back onto ground." So that's how he learned from the eagle, to say that we do not avoid a storm that's coming. Similarly, like crisis, especially the one that we were just hit, and all the other challenges in life, the challenges in life will always be there, and avoiding them is never the solution. Be like an eagle to anticipate those challenges, anticipate the storms that's going to come, and go on a higher ground to get some advantage and ride on the wind that will come. So I'm reminded and reflecting on how in hindsight there's many things that I could have done, that we could have done in anticipation of the things that has unfolded during the crisis. So learning from that, I'm reminding myself now to always be alert and be wary of crisis and the storms that's coming. Find a high place to perch myself. Be courageous enough to ride the wind. Sometimes the strong winds can seem very scary, especially when it comes to things like making an investment or doing some speculation in times of crisis. It's like the strong winds. But I'm reminded of the eagle to say sometimes we just need to spread our wing and take a chance on the wind and hope that we soar higher with that momentum of the wind. So experience, confidence, and also courage to ride along with the wind. And then when the storm is happening, the eagle does not freak out and fly right back down, right, and hide somewhere in a hole. The eagle braved through the storm. The eagle rise above the storm, still riding the winds, and see through that storm. So similarly, we are in the midst of the crisis now. I do not think that this whole crisis, the COVID crisis, is over. We are riding the storm. We are persevering through it. So be like an eagle, soar higher, let the storm pass, but be brave enough to observe the changing winds, and eventually, hopefully, when the storm dies down, then be like the eagle who is also able to then fly back down. So this little story made me think very deeply, and it helped me strategize the next steps, not just from a career perspective, but from my personal growth, learning, and more personal situation perspective. How do I ride through the different storms that's happening? And this is not the only time we will face this challenge. This COVID-19 situation may die down soon and things may get back to normal. But in our life, presumably we are all still very young, so there will be many challenges to come. But if we adopt the mindset of an eagle, we will never fear the challenges and the storm that is to come. We will be prepared. We'll be able to smell the storm, just like the eagle, once the storm is coming, is able to smell the storm and predict when to ride the wind. So I'm still learning on that. So I invite you to reflect and also learn how to be like an eagle, how to rise like an eagle, and how to ride the wind like an eagle. As always, we end an episode of Bedtime Stories with me with a gratitude exercise. So think about a moment today that you're truly grateful for, and think about the people surrounding that moment. It could be your family, your friends, it can also be your pets. And then just say thanks for all the things that happened today. Some of the things may have gone wrong today. You always have that moment to be grateful for. I'll see you tomorrow in another episode of Bedtime Stories with me. Bye!